G'day folks, welcome to Inside Big V, the home of the news and the views of Big V basketball. Justin Nelson with you, and I'll be joined every week by Matthew the Hammer Cowling and Callum Chambers, or as the girls call him, Sweet Cal. Let's get into this week's news. All right, let's get things kick-started this week. Callum, you get onto the stats and work out how many points Kevin Smith at Mildura doesn't score for his team.
Kevin
Smith, Hammer, K. Smith. 81 points, 32 rebounds last week. Maccabi and Camberwell, nightmare.
So my question is, what's he averaging a season? 32 rebounds is a little bit disappointing, I reckon, across a weekend. I mean, 81 points, 32 rebounds, he's just not working hard enough on the glass.
How do you think Camberwell would have felt? D3 men, they cop Mildura on Sunday. Mildura get 80 points for the game. Not bad, okay, we've held them down. K. Smith, 49.
Yeah, but quiet afternoon. All right? he's just taking it easy there in that game, all right?
Did anyone else get the ball?
Well, I don't know. Was there anyone else to get the ball?
He's dominating D3 men at the moment, there's no doubt about that, K. Smith. Speaking of people dominating competitions, go out to D2 women, Rachel Wansborough, down on the beach in Mornington, 4 double-doubles in a row, 4 games ago, 37 and 35. She's just continued on.
It's the rebound count that amazes you, doesn't it? I mean, that is stunning. That is an awful lot of boards.
Yep.
We're talking almost one a minute.
Does anyone go in the key with her?
I'm not sure anyone from either team goes in the key with her. I don't, she doesn't need her teammates there. The question is, does anyone from the opposition try and go in there with her?
Hey, speaking of news, Kenny Harrington. How would Kenny Harrington be feeling at the moment? He's gone 9-zip, bang, brick wall, they've gone down. Melbourne Tigers did them last week.
Big shot. Everyone's surprised at that. I mean, I was predicting that the Hawks would go through the season undefeated. There was every chance they could. They'd sort of earned that rap. Who knows? Do you know what went wrong?
I've got no idea. They lost, obviously. In fact, I think 74 shots they attempted, 32 from outside the arc. Kenny just gave them a licence to shoot. Boys, fire up. Let's go.
But there are some in the league, Yapper, that remember Kenny himself.
Yeah.
And 32 shots from outside the arc is possibly what Kenny might have done to the game.
Was Kenny on the sideline saying, come on, stand up, boys, or otherwise I'll be out there, I'll show you how to do it?
Yeah, well, warm-ups. I'm sure Kenny helps in the warm-ups, mate. There's no problem with that.
Hey, Elise Panaluna, good news story this one. Callum will tell you this right now. Elise Panaluna came in for the first time last week for the Melbourne Tigers. Callum, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 from 2 for the Melbourne Tigers last week.
That's right, 2 games in and she just came and made an immediate impact. She was fantastic from the start, and just the sheer impact she has on that team is, really unquestionable.
So state champ women, Hammer, are the Tigers back in town?
I think with Elise Panaluna in the team, the Tigers are back in town. However, let's acknowledge where she's at over the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So she's in the Opals camp. She's expected to play against Japan. Then they tour. Does she play? Does she not play? Have they named her so that she'll qualify while she's away, which she can do, obviously, under the rules. There's no problem with that. But, it's the impact of when she goes. 2 things, though, and there's 2 girls in that Tigers team who are also named in the squad that's going to France next week or the week after to tour as well. So that's fantastic for the Tigers.
Going to lose a few players, though, by the sounds of it. Speaking of successes at the moment, Diamond Valley's Youth League program, cop this, 19 games thus far, 19 wins.
19?
19 from 19. The women are 10 and zip, the men are 9 and zip. The DV youth program is flying.
Rod Sweeney's back in town, mate. He's back in Melbourne, he's leading the team, and he's 10-0. It's fantastic for him.
Now, someone not flying at the moment, and I'm sure Callum will get onto the stats and check this out.
Hey, hang
on
a sec. We need to go back to Cal's questions about how many shots Kevin Smith is not taking.
Yeah, what's going on there? Kevin Smith, does he hand the ball off at all? Or?
Doesn't look like it, but you know what? He probably doesn't need to. He's had 287 points this season. In the process of calculating how many.
9 games?
Yeah, 9 games, and they're undefeated, and they're just cruising.
Doing very well, K. Smith. Speaking of someone not doing very well, we go down to, I think it's D2 men. Young lad running around, 4 from 33 from the arc at the moment. He loves firing them up. Davin Sargetta's doing nothing.
D2 men?
Is it D2?
D1, I think.
Oh, D1.
Yeah,
well,
let's not discredit him. And
shooting
let's not
like that.
He's every week he gets the best opponent. Okay, there's no question about that. He's getting rattled every week. They're getting the best defensive guard on him.
He told you to say that. Look, he dead set told you to say that.
I've spent a bit of time with Davin in the last 48 hours, and Yeah, he told me to say
So best opponent, so the opposition players are allowed to come up and sit on the bench now of the opposition team beside the player they're picking up, are they?
Look, I haven't heard that, but that may well be the case.
Hey, let's have a look at D2 women, getting back to D2 women. Another team flying at the moment, McKinnon, 9 and zip. I think, are they 9 and zip, Cal?
9 and zip, mate, and really no one's got close. But there's been a bit of talk around the traps. Chelsea looking like feeling pretty confident, I think.
Now, the beach girls down at Chelsea, the blonde hair is out and about, and I believe our man, Mark Perotta, the lid...
Yeah, the lid is
Where
off.
is it? It's
the
off.
lid is off. Now, if you follow Perotta on Facebook, and I
Yeah.
don't recommend it, it's
No,
unfortunate for me.
No, we claim no responsibility.
I'm a friend of Perotta on Facebook. I've thought of cutting it off, but I've stayed with him.
Yeah.
But absolutely, I think 2 out of the last 3 weeks he's had the lid firmly off. Now, I think the post has been like 3 or 4 in the morning after the game. I've challenged him online about the lid being off. He says it's fine. He says when he was at Southern Peninsula, the lid came off early in the season. They went 19-0 or 20-0 and won the championship.
Go figure. Oh, well, good on you, Mark. We'll keep an eye on you. Not on Facebook, though. Hey, state championship men, big game coming up this weekend. It's 2nd versus 3rd. Waverley DV men should be a cracker. All of a sudden, Ringwood now a little bit susceptible, guys. They've lost 1 and the chase is on.
Yeah, that's tough, that matchup. That'll be a great game to get to if people aren't involved in their own game this weekend.
Platnick the gun out there at Waverley, Cal. He's the man to watch.
He's leading the league, state champ men in scoring. He's really not looking like anyone can stop him. Unorthodox, but he really gets the job done night in, night out.
D1 women, good game coming up there too. I might venture down to see this one. Warrnambool and Warrandyte, top of the table clash, 1v2.
Yeah, look, absolutely. At least one of those sides has got a great coach. So Warrnambool are well led. We love what they do, mate. Katie O'Keefe's just on fire. What's great about Warrnambool, and this is what hurts country teams so often, is those players are coming back to play. Louise McLean, Holly Green, all those girls are back in town. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah,
them
we
there.
wouldn't mind giving them the week off this week, though. They can have the week off.
Well, I'm very happy for those girls to play, and at the Bull.
Yeah, great.
At the Bull this weekend.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is,
very
yeah.
happy for those girls to win, mate.
Yeah, take your long johns down there. Youth League 1 men, another cracker of a game. It's a 2v3 matchup, Waverley and Melbourne. Some good kids running around at the moment.
Yeah. Dexter, yeah, I was talking. Apparently Melbourne are just huge. I haven't seen them, but apparently they're just a big side, and they're more than capable.
Now, one man that I was following was the Dish. I call him the Dish because he reminds me of something you see on MasterChef. Callum, what's happened to Ding Ding out at Waverley?
Oh well, that's a bit of a story, isn't it? I haven't seen him around the place for a while. Not up on the box score, so rumblings that he may not be in that team anymore. And that's a blow because he can fly. He can really jump that kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Ding Ding gone, but obviously Dexter's still out there. Now, before we get out of here for this week, and it's been great to have everyone's company, we must talk about big game coming up. Big V ladies in action against the Japanese. Tell us about that, Hannah.
This is a coup. It's fantastic. It's great to see. Yeah, we remember a few years ago we had the Big V All-Star women play Bulleen in some pre-season games. It's fantastic to see these girls in action, and it'll be great to see them on the court. I think that it's a real coup for the league. It's great for the girls. It'll be fantastic to see who's selected. I mean, just watching that process over the next few weeks will be really interesting.
Now, one thing I have heard already is, you know how we got to give gifts at the start of the game?
I do.
Now, I've heard that the Aussies are going to give, just the standard stuffed kangaroo, not real kangaroo, stuffed kangaroo toys, something like that. The Japanese, cameras all round, bang, handing out the cameras. Is that true?
Look, it's not quite the case. I must say that I have a good relationship with the Japanese Basketball Federation.
Can you speak Japanese?
I can't speak Japanese, but they have fantastic gifts when they come to your
But
games.
you love your sushi.
I love my sushi.
Okay, folks, plenty of three-point shooters out there in the Big V, and we're looking for the best in the business right here on Inside Big V. In the weeks ahead, the call will go out for the best three-point shooters in club land, and you'll be going head-to-head. Who will be the winner? One from each club. We'll get right down to the business end and some great prizes up for grabs. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. Right now, though, what will definitely be the most talked about topic of conversation from Inside Big V. Who's he after in week 1? It's time now for Hammer's Graph.
Thanks, Yap. Hey guys, time for Hammer's Graph of the week. I'm going to try and bring this to you every single week if we can. I noticed something around the league that's worth having a look at and worth graphing. I like to get into the maths of it. This week relates to a Division 1 men's star, a real shooter in the league. And the question for the graph is, what does this guy do when he gets the ball? 3 slices. First, he shoots. Second, the red one, he travels. Third, the purple one, he gets fouled. Of course, there's no slice for the assist, although he does have 6 this year, all off inbound passes. The answer, folks, it's not Hammer's graph anymore. I'm going to give it to LTU's Tim Sturrock.
That's it for this week. Inside Big V, all the news, all the views. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.